Alrighty, welcome. So today we're going to be working on a fairly simple water simulation. It's not going to be too hard. I'm going to try to keep it for all skill levels here. Hang on one moment. Why is that not working? There we go. So I'm going to try to keep this for all skill levels, intermediate and beginner especially. So we're going to be working on this. Also, heads up, you're going to need a fairly powerful computer. Not excessively, but it really helps. This took forever to render. So, let's get started here. We're going to start with our generic, just basic cube here. And what we're going to do is we're going to tab and then add some subdivisions here. And let me turn on keyframes. Or whatever those are. There we go. So now if we give this a decent level of subdivision, just like that, we can then come in and select here just these faces, like that, and press I to inset, and then press S and Z to just make that really small there, and then move it down by pressing GZ. There we go. Now we've got just a basic little chute there. So come over to the sides here and select this and this. There we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to draw these out. These as well. So we're going to press G, Z, X and pull them out. SX, sorry. And I'm not liking that. So we're just going to go tab SX like that. Here we go. And then SX. Bring these in. Oh, that's why. There we go. SX. Nope. Alrighty. Let's just go here then. Select all these and extrude it a little bit there so we have a bit of a lip. And now let's just drag these by hand. There we go. S X. No, not SX, GX. There we go. And now we're going to cut this in half so that we're symmetrical here. I'm going to use box cutter here. It's not necessary, it just makes everything easier. Like that. Now, this is why we needed to make it symmetrical, because we're going to come in here, press E to extrude it, and then S, make it a little smaller, GZ, and then E, and then RX. There we go, that gives it a little bit of a spout there. Then take these, go GY, move them forward, and then scale them down. About like that. Yep. So now what we need to do is we need to get rid of these because I forgot about them. So we're just going to take them and kind of cheat a little bit here. We're just going to press E and extrude them out. I didn't like that. Don't know why. Oh, you know what we can do? We can just press RX and rotate them a little bit. It's not liking that. Weird. You know what, that doesn't actually really matter, because we're then going to put in an object at the bottom here. So let's just do tab out here, because we need this to be really smooth. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this we're going to use box cutter again and go from this point down there and then over here, like that. So what this is going to do is it's going to give us I don't like that. Alright. This is going to give us a little bit of a dip that the water is then going to rocket or slide off of. So like that. Okay. Something like that. And this is all really messy, I know. Why is that? You know what, we're just going to start over because I messed a couple things up there. So let's just tab out, add mesh cube, tab, subdivide, select these, there, SZ, nope, I, SZ, SZ, GZ, GZ, S, GZ, nope, that's doing something weird again. It's this. Oh, you know, we could just go like this. Hang on, I'm an idiot. Sorry. We could just use box cutter for it. Duh. It's kind of what it's made for. Oh, there we go. Sorry. So now we just go over here and apply that. There we go, much better. So now let's go S on the y-axis, make our little channel there. Now we can go here, extrude this and scale it like that. GZ. There's our little spout like that. And we can come over here. Make this, sorry, that's weird. E, S, G, Z, S. There we go. And then this is where we're going to put our emitter. Make that a little thicker there. So now we need to kind of give this a little bit of a bevel here so that the water runs smoother. Control B for bevel, C, and give it a couple subdivisions there. Alt. Alright. And we'll leave it at that. Let's come in and bevel these a little bit because that'll look nice in the end. Control B. Okay, not that much. Just a little. Oh, these two as well. And we only want a little bit just to give it a sort of smoothed out look. Control B. There we go. And these two as well. Like that. Perfect. So now we just want to extrude this face just a little bit. E. Like that. And then Control B that. And these. Perfect. Just like that. So now, what we can do is we can just clone this a couple times. Control C, Control V, and move it around. There are Z, like that, GZ, and don't move them too far apart, because that would just mean more area that you have to have the water sim running in. And the more area, the more your computer has to work and the longer it's going to take. So just try to keep it a little bit self-contained here. There we go. Like that. So now we just need to add our emitter and then make these look sort of like they're in sort of a sculpture. So let's worry about the sculpture part right now, because the emitter is going to take a little bit more time. So let's just get the easy stuff out of the way first. There. There. Control B, give everything a nice bevel. Scale it up. Move it down. Now let's scale it up first. SZ. There. Control C, Control V. Control C, Control V. Let's sort of give it kind of a scale there, so this one gets a little bit smaller. This one gets a little bit smaller, not as much. There. And there. Okay. So now we've got this, and that looks really good. Let's just bevel these to make them look a little bit nicer. Oh, let's apply scale. 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 There we go. Now if I bevel it, yep. So just a nice subtle bevel. And let's see how that looks. Let's also just apply all the material now as well, so that the last thing we can do is our emitter and our water simulation, because that's what's going to take the most time. So I'm using Ducky 3D's real-time materials pack. It is very good. Highly recommend it. So Let's do practical. And these are all his. They're all procedural. They're all super easy to use. Let's use marble. And they're all really, really nice. GZ. Notice I'm leaving just a little bit of the bevel there, which gives it sort of a natural, realistic look. Sorry. There we go. Now let's select everything and shade smooth. And then just run, nope, a sharpen, sharpen, sharpen. Nope, that doesn't actually look better. Normally that does. So let's just do that. Perfect. So now let's just get our camera here and put it somewhere like this. Control-Alt-0. Lock it there. Okay. Move it around. So that needs to be scaled up a little bit. There. Shift A. Or Control A. Apply scale. There we go. So now let's just get in a ground plane here, and this will just seal it all off. And make it just that one step more realistic. Because we can't just have things floating in air. Okay. I, E, Control B. There we go. Let's bring up these walls. E. There we go. Perfect. And we're going to make this a nice... Let's do wood. Just a nice sort of calming wood. Is that going to load? I think it's loading because yep, there we go. I kind of like that, but I think it should be a little bit lighter. There we go. Okay. I kind of want a lighter one, actually. Yeah. I wish they had a bamboo. He's probably working on it, but... That's kind of nice. SZ... GZ... There we go. Now for the long-awaited water part. So now we get to have some actual fun. Control A, scale. Alright. So now we need to get in a icosphere like that and scale it down. And then this is going to be our emitter. So just hit Object, Quick Effects, Quick Liquid, and that just sets everything up for you, but it doesn't usually set it up right. So we're going to scale this up, scale it down on the Z. Always make sure you're only using the area that you're actually going to need, because the larger this is, the more your computer has to process, and the more you're going to hate it. Because if it takes forever, you're just going to get annoyed and probably quit. So just try to scale it to the minimum you need. There we go. Okay, so now that we have that, we click the icosphere here, go to Properties, Fluid, and go to Flow Behavior Inflow. So that'll just make this emit things instead of just that. Because if we set it to geometry, then that is just going to be a ball of water, whereas if we set it to inflow, it'll emit water. So let's go here. Let's click on this and say resolution, bring that up to 100. And I apologize if my voice goes weird. Yeah, my computer is gonna fry. So let's do this thing. Click replay. And also let's just cap it at say 100 frames so that it doesn't do the whole thing yet. Alright, let's see this. Apparently I didn't get the message here. Replay. There we go. Alright. Let me dump. Oh. I did forget one crucial part. We need to set all of these to be fluid effectors. You don't have to set the columns, just the buckets. So effector, not a rigid body effector. There we go. Now it can interact with the fluid. My bad. Alright, now my computer's going to hate me. Here we go. Let me know down in the comments if you can hear me right now. Last time people said they couldn't hear me. So if you can hear me, great. That's a step up from last time. And this is going to take a while to bake here, but once it does, I think the result will be really cool. Let's pause it here. Forgot to turn on mesh. There we go. Oh, I think I broke it. Start from the beginning. Mesh. Replay. Alright, now let's go. If you don't click that mesh, there's the dots, and while that can be, it doesn't look, you can't as an object. So it takes more this way, but it's the only way to actually get it to be able to render, as far as I know. Also, just a note, look at FPS right now. It's up here in the corner. I'm getting 6, which is pretty fast for a fluid simulation. Let's see if this worked. Oh no. Okay, so we are getting errors here. You can see some of the parts are like leaking through, and that's because of the resolution. I have very low resolution simulation. If actually simulating it for a real, it would be at somewhere near like 300, but I have it at 100 right now because I'm live streaming. So let's just pause it before it gets too messy. Yeah, see, like that. That's no good. So what's happening is the computer is just sensing one particle just barely outside, and then it fills that, and then it assumes, and so on, and it just keeps going. So it doesn't look bad, but we need to cut that. So yeah, let's just, why not? Let's just bring the resolution up. This is gonna kill my computer. Jump to the first frame. Oh, yeah, yeah. I see on my other screen here, that just actually paused the video for a moment, so I apologize. But I think this will be worth it. So if I'm stuttering right now, it's because and I'm gonna save it right now because I'm worried. Save. All right. So now I'm just gonna let this bake here, and we're gonna see how it turns out. If you can't see it, let me know down in the comments. Rant all you want. I will have the full video out after this, but right now it's not gonna do it because you're probably not gonna be able to see much because it's just gonna be working. So if my screen freezes, you know why. All right, let's go. Let's bake this. Also, once I hit 100 subs, because at 100 subs, I'm gonna buy myself a actual PC. So yeah, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification. It does mean a lot. If you ever wondered what it's like of it, I'm waiting for the computer to render something. This video is gonna be so messy. I apologize. Let's overclock here on the safe side so that we get a little bit faster here. But yeah, you can probably. This is gonna take forever. Oh, da, dee, da, da. This is why I held out so long to make an actual simulation video. We might a third picture there, whatever it is, because we're just gonna give up and and skip the third one. Third, or out of the second one there, we're gonna call it, and then we're just gonna do a render there. I'm not gonna render out the animation. The point of this is to get one still. It's gonna take eternity. Rendering for days on end for an animation I made. Check it out. It's the Andrew Warner Bones demo. He's one of my friends here. So this song, so I made a animation to go with it, but that took literally 4 days to render. Yeah. Don't worry, I'm not going to keep you here for 4 days. Alright, we're going to call it here. Or, hang on. I think we can wait like 2. Also, tell me in the chat if I'm actually... I can't tell if my audio is any good. So, if you're watching, let me... Alright, let's just hold out a little longer so that it starts coming out there. I don't even care about this one anymore. I just want this one right here. Come on, almost there. Ooh, boy. So close. We're like 4 frames out, and yet so far away. And also, I can scale this up a little bit afterwards so that it cuts that. It's just one of the tricks people use to get rid of the clipping there. So I think I'm going to do that. Almost there. Come on. And I'll post the full render later today, hopefully, so you guys can see that. Also, let me know if you want shorter videos. I've heard from a couple of you that short videos would be nice. So if you want me to start doing, leave a like, and leave a comment. Of your comments as I can. So sorry if I'm cutting in and out. Oh no, is it gonna give me the white screen of death? It's gonna give me the white screen. Okay, let's just stop it, stop. Don't. Okay, pause animation. Good. Okay, that's actually not bad. That actually looks pretty good. So we're just gonna scale this up like that. Move it down and back. And that actually looks pretty good. We did it. And my computer survived. Yay! Party! Oh, I'm so happy. Alright, let's lock the camera in place here. And according to YouTube, the shorts videos are the most popular. So I'm going to do it in a shorts format here. Like that. There we go. Go to rendered, or go to preview view. Scale this down a little bit. And rotate. SZ. There we go. Shift A. Let's just give this another. Let's just give this the same marble, just because I kind of like it. There we go. Let's see how this looks with our lighting. Animation. Or lighting is 50% of good CG of anything. I'd say it's 90% of good CG. So let's just bring in a light here. An area light, GZ. There, let's do scene lights. I can't actually talk and do anything in cycles right now, so I'm just going to use Eevee to preview it. It's much lighter on my computer. Scale that up a little bit, and then go there. increase the brightness. Let's say that too bright. Put in a nice soft yellow. I like that. I actually like that there. What does this need? This needs to be sharpened. And then it needs some wood. I feel like it needs wood. Just to give it sort of that nice look. So I'm gonna go here and bring in just a cube, scale it down on the Z, scale it out on the X. There we go, bring it down. And I'm gonna actually do it diagonally to this, because I think that would be sick. So add modifier array. On the y-axis, do 1, 0.1. Let's add a bunch. And move it over, like that. There we go. I like that. So now we need to trim it from there. So let's apply. Go to a box cutter here. And just do a rough cut. As long as we're between the margins here, it won't ever appear in the render. There we go. Oh, come on. There. Like that. And then 2 more. There. Perfect. So now we can get our wood that we were looking at earlier, because I really wanted wood in here, but it just didn't look good when it was just that big hunk of wood. So let's bring in, oh yes, that's what we're looking for. But let's just get in a bit brighter of a wood here. Ash. Is that what we're looking for? Nope. You know what, we can just change it in here, because like I said earlier, all of Ducky 3D's procedural shaders are all procedural. So I can just go over here and say, you know what, I want this to be a bit lighter, more bamboo colored, like that. Okay, I like that. So let's get, where's this? Here we go. Distortion, let's bring that down, because we don't want it too distorted. And that looks really good. And let's also just bring this mapping from no, I think that's good. So now if we go to render here, alright, I think we're making progress. VG, no, let's just delete. Nope. Tab. Select everything in here. And give all of this a different shader. And we can make that shader be whatever we want. So I'm gonna say a nice brown. Yeah. Let's bring the roughness up there. There we go. That looks good, right? Let's move some things around here so that they look a little more realistic. Let's move that. RZ. Bring it in line. RZ. The symmetry of this, or the perfect aesthetic of this is kind of difficult here. I'm going for kind of like a Japanese garden kind of look to it, if you know what I mean. Because those are so calming and nice. Alright, let's see how that looks. I'd say that looks really good. I think these walls need to be a little bit lower. Oh no. Good thing it's procedural. There we go. I accidentally box cuttered that somewhere. I think these walls need to be a little bit lower. So I'm just gonna come in here, select, nope, it's just SZ, like that. GZ, GZ, perfect. I like that much better. GZ, nope, SZ. Yeah, that allows us to see more of the water in there. GZ. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot better. R. Okay. Oop, nope, that's not gonna work. Alrighty. Let's see how that renders out. I'd say that looks just about perfect. Let's also scale this one down just to match. Save this and open it here in Blender 3.0 Alpha. This is the experimental version with Cycles X. Also, my PC is so slow right now. I apologize. Alright, I'd say that looks really good. So let's go to our settings here. Denoising, absolutely. GPU, experimental, everything done. Render image. Oh, I also forgot to change the background to 0. Render image. I'll need to add an HDRI later. I think I'll do that for the final render. But for now, we're just going to do it like this. And I'd say that looks really good. We've got our water, we've got our splashes, we've got nice marble, we've got a wood floor. So yeah, I'd say that's about it. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment down below. Like this video if you liked it. Constructive criticism is appreciated. Yeah. So thank you for watching. I will post the rendered out animation of this, hopefully in a few hours here, once this actually finishes. So, yeah, thank you very much, and